From 10,000 feet in the air, an eagle can scan over 3 square miles in 1 instant and scan something and spot it as small as a little rabbit rushing underneath a bush. But what happens when we look? That's what we see. So take that eagle, that same eagle with the seemingly bionic vision, and put him into, let's say, a New York City intersection. This same eagle completely freaks out. Freaks out! Why? Because this bird's brain is designed to distinguish between the finest of emotions, but from a distance. You bring a kaleidoscope of color and motion and sound close up, he's completely overwhelmed. We as humans, we're really not all that different. You see, we may not recognize it at the moment, but so often, we too create a whole kaleidoscope around us. Maybe physical, maybe emotional, sometimes both. And we get so close to it all that we don't recognize what's going on either. And we feel overwhelmed. Instead, we go day by day, the hectic day, we get lost. We're at a point of going somewhere and we can't remember where we're going to. And then we lose sight of what we even wanted to do, if we even get there. What happens? Frustration, right? All the cataclysm and all the characteristics and everything here, and we get so frustrated instead of enjoying the time that we have now. What if we could have balance, calm, freedom? By this, I mean not go past those birthdays, those anniversaries, not reading the books we wanted to read, not writing the stories in the books we wanted to write, because we're so busy crossing off our to-do lists. Rather, the life that we have without missing what we thought we did not have time for. Peace. This time thing kept coming up in my life, right? Time to pay the bills, time to take the kids to school, time to go to work, finish this project. It was like I was the eagle in this crazy New York City intersection. Some of you feel that way as well? So what are we going to do about it? Well, let's back up for a moment. What is time anyway? Well, according to the Webster's Dictionary, time is measured or measurable period in which an action, process, or condition exists or continues. That's it. This is what all the fuss is about. And we're just supposed to sit in the shadows of time as it merrily goes sparkling through in a unidirectional parade of its own. Yeah, I don't like that so much. Those of you who know me kind of a little bit of a control freak. Me? I wanted to direct my own parade. So in 2016, I started this study. I kind of started asking people around me for help about their insights on time, and I liked what I was hearing. In fact, I liked it so much, I was asking octogenarians to little kids, everything in between and beyond. And what I found was now I was able to have time on my side. So I took it further. Social media, paper surveys, online surveys, and my personal favorite, the one-on-one face-to-face. And what started happening is I had something akin to a time machine. Now hold on, I know what you're thinking. This is not a time machine that's going to take me back running away from hungry dinosaurs. Or one that would get me those magic numbers for the next lottery. I know that's where some of you were thinking. No, rather, this is the time machine that puts us back into the driver's seat of our now. And I'd like to share with you that blueprint. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I started with question number 1. And this is where it was really fun, having those one-on-one conversations. Because I would start, and they'd be like, yeah, okay, Ingrid's got another one of those crazy ideas. We'll help her out. We'll ask her a question. And I get this question to them. What does time mean to you? And this deer in the headlight looks. And then it would shift within seconds. The expressions turned into this introspective, philosophical, just sage appearance. And pretty soon, I was only asking for a sentence or two. I was having these newfound experts just opening the floodgates, and I tell you, I could not shut some of them down. Feelings mark time better than clocks, watches, and calendars, replied Alex in an unsolicited 522-word post she provided to me. Now, originally when I started this survey, I figured most people are going to be using watches, minutes, hours, and so forth. Not so. Instead, people were even going much deeper. And those that did utilize these terminologies, since, we kind of have been using them since the Bronze Age, some 5,000 years ago, they attributed it and knocked it off as mankind's invention. Something going very quickly, luxury, challenge, the ability to live something very valuable. I was learning that time meant potential, appreciation, constants for some, while others a constantly revolving cycle going throughout our life. For some, there were limitations. Others, it was a treasure to be given or received, but never bought or sold. There were those that felt only they could control their time, and then the rest that said, gave up any semblance of what was called time management. So what does all of this mean? Consider this bucket of water. As it sits, it merely stands. It is just a bucket of water. It isn't until you use it, need it, or it impacts you in some way that suddenly this creates some meaning. It could be you're raising it up to quench the thirst of your dry lips, or angrily bucketing it out of your rapidly flooding basement. Or it's just one of millions and millions of gallons of water on the ocean upon which your ship floats across the rippling waves of a warm summer sunset. It's just water. H2O. Its meaning to us is nothing until we provide it with meaning. Time is the same. Time has no care for what we do to it until we provide it with that specific meaning. And there we have it, our first key to starting up our time machine. It's value. And we just heard it before from Gary. The value that we offer and provide to our actions, to our decisions, to what we're doing. That is the meaning of time. So we go on to question number 2. What do you see being the most frustrating thing about not having enough time? How many of you would say, not getting things done? Yeah, that's what I figured you'd say, so I didn't ask that. Trick question. Instead, I asked, what do you see being the 2 most frustrating things about not having enough time? See, now the tables are turned, right? But the reality is, we need to know how to fix our time machine as we're building it. Much left undone, missed opportunities, uncontrolled chaos, too old. Now, wait a minute. I thought we were just having all this lovely time out there with the value of everything. And now we've got this powerful force working against us. Interestingly, many put the blame on themselves. I know it's probably my own fault, said Chris, a recent graduate. Inability to appreciate the moment, giving to distractions. I don't get everything I want done. I don't do enough things that make me happy. How does this affect our daily grind? In a recent study of working adults, over 28% reported feeling overwhelmed. A study of over 150,000 entering students to college also admitted to feeling overwhelmed. What does this do? We are in trouble. Consider this glass of water. Is it half
full
or half
empty?
Let me ask you this. Why does it matter? Going back to the example of the bucket of water, again, in that case, we were saying it was just the value. It was the stuff. It existed. Here, we're comparing it to what's in it. What if we just ignored whether it's half full or empty and flip it? We'll just ante up the stakes. You can put in any libation you prefer into this. What if we just drank what's left and enjoyed and savored that flavor? It's a choice. It's the mindset, how we value the decisions we make. And when we look at the reviews here and the flip side of the study, there were over 2/3 of those participants that were not overwhelmed. And there we have it. The second step to our time machine is indeed the choice. We each have the choice of what we do, what we value, what is important to us. In addition to this, it's not only what we choose to do, it's also what we choose to let go. Which brings us to the final question. What is one word that describes having the right amount of time for everything you want to do? Now, when I started this, I originally thought, I'm going to get a lot of sardonic, sarcasm, utopia, impossible. I couldn't have been further from the truth. I had told you before about peace, balance, happiness. Those were the top words used to describe having the right amount of time. And it went on and on. The calm, wonderful achievement, all of these things that we are able to do. And, I mean, my gosh, look at these words. Wow! I remember answering my own question and the feeling that I had as I thought, wow, that'd be amazing. And bam, there you have it. It's the third final ignite to your time machine. The ability to believe in what you feel is important and making that decision that, yes, this is the right thing for me to do. It is the right thing for me to not do and put aside for now because I believe in myself. I believe in the time I have now. So as we go home today, as we enter the office, take the kids to work, clean house, laundry, I invite you to think through these three questions once more. What does time mean to you? What are some of the most frustrating things to you? And what is that one word for having enough time for everything you want to do? And take it along with this additional mindset. We've all been trained so much that we have to have the money, we have to have the house, we have to have the car in order to do the vacations, going to the movies that we want so that we can be happy. In reality, we know the opposite of this is actually true. Because if we go by this paradigm, we are constantly having to chase something that may always be out of our reach. Probably never reach that B, and you fill in whatever word that we had on the beautiful list. Instead, when we switch it and we be happy and we be balanced and we be peaceful, then no matter what we're doing, it's already going to be there, and we're going to have enough, and it'll be just what we want. So, going to our time, embrace this time machine. It will bring you the world. Live time through value, through choice, through belief, because this is how you get to do it. And it's not even about what you can't do, and believe it or not, it's not even what you can do. It's about what you actually do. And just like this eagle in the summer skies, we too can overlook our entire day, our dreams, and have that eagle-eye vision to focus on whatever we want. The time machine brings you the world. Today I come before you, and I have another gift for you. In actuality, it's a gift you already have. It is the power of time.